So now I wanted to ask you about competition prep. What do you do, leading up to a match and then day of the match? And the reason why I asked this is this weekend coming up, I'm going to be competing in my first tournament. And, I'm just trying to get pointers from people like you and all.
Okay. Um, let's say you train super hard, you're ready, it's 1 week out. I would have my last table session about 1 week before. A lot of people just have 10 days, but I think 1 week is enough for myself. I recover pretty quick. And then I would do gym training, arm wrestling exercises, but light. So it would be like a deload week leading up to it. I would work a lot on explosiveness. I would do my rope jumps. I would do sprints, anything that alerts the nervous system, because I rely a lot on my speed in a match. So I would also make sure that my nutrition is on point, but I know you're good with that. Do you have to cut weight?
No, I'm big as hell right now. I've been just massing up. I'm up at 200 pounds because that's the weight class cutoff. So, I put on like 15 pounds in the last month, and it's driving me nuts. My face, everything is fat, and I feel I lost my abs. But that's how I'm taking arm wrestling serious, because I've never not had abs, and now they're hiding.
Yeah.
They're in hibernation right now, and I'm going all in on this. And the other thing that I changed is in the last year, I stopped completely bodybuilding. Everything I do is arm wrestling specific. I've built up my hand. I've really put a lot of focus in that. Doesn't open up no more. So, I'm definitely a lot stronger, and I've been hitting table time once a week. I've been going down into the city and just bringing the table and arm wrestling the public, and, just really putting a lot of work in on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted
good for you. I mean,
thank you, Sarah. And I can't wait to get down over by Florida and, get a couple of sessions in with you and kind of pick your brain on the table, because, you've always been one of my idols, and I can't believe what you do. I remember that time, one of the first events that I threw in Texas, and I remember you took all the 176 guys that just won the tournament, and you brought them on the side table and you lined them up and you went through every single one of them, and my mouth just dropped. And before that, I was planning when I met you to get on the table with you, but after seeing that, I was really scared that day, and I was like, hell no. I was like, I've never seen anything like that. That was the first time I've ever seen a female just come in and just dominate. And I mean, these guys were no slouches. They just won the tournament. It was number 1, 2, and 3 that won. And you literally just lined them up. And it was just, what a show that was that day to see that.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
Now, what do you think of possibility of the WAL coming back? Because I've been hearing a lot of rumors out there and people talking, and, I had Cobra on our show yesterday, and, he said that he just got text from Steve Copeland, and, he had a conversation with him, and he was just kind of hinting at it. There was definitely going to be something going on with WAL. Would you welcome that happening? And have you heard anything like that?
I definitely think they could come back. But what they did in 2017, they're pretty unreliable. Like, they go all in and then they back out, and it's been like this for 10 years now. So, I mean, if they come back, I will come it back. I'll be part of it for sure. But I don't rely on them or count on them to come back. But I think what they're doing is, anybody that's helping arm wrestling grow in any way deserves respect and credit in my book. I think that's fantastic that they're willing to do such a production for us.
The reason why I say that is we have all these great matches going on with East versus West, King of Table and all. But, I've been really focusing on, I really want to iron out the rankings here in the United States and just kind of get some action back here in North America. Right now, I'm throwing some events, this Saturday, I'll be throwing super matches and all. But I don't really have the time right now. I'm moving down to Florida, and I'm going to be opening up some businesses. As soon as I get all that locked in and I'm all done with that, then I would go, maybe to the next level and start an organization and start getting action back here in North America. But in the meantime, I'd love to see WAL coming back just so we could get some action here and our athletes don't always have to travel, that long flight over there and just kind of even out the playing field. I also wanted to talk about there's some matches coming up in the end of April at the Monster Factory, and one of those being Pavlo versus Ron Bath right hand. What is your thoughts on that? Who's going to win that day?
I think Pablo will win just because he has that brute strength. Ron Bath has shocked us for decades. Like he's definitely like one of the legends. I just think Pablo is that like so super strong. Maybe not as technical, but like I think Pablo will beat Ron.
And now Artem is going to be going against Pavlo left hand. I know Artem's from Florida, and I know you guys, you train every once in a while. What do you think on that? We've seen Artem put on a lot of size and a lot of mass as of recent. You think he has a shot against Pavlo left hand?
I hope so. I love Artem. He's been a friend of mine for so long. I'm so proud of him and what he's doing in the sport. But I think Pablo might be a little too much at this time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Pavlo's got a lot of weight on. He's probably got like 30, 40 pounds at least, even though that Artem has been sizing up. Another match that I want to talk about is Ryan Bowen versus Artem, right hand. How do you think that one goes? That one I think might be a very close one.
Yeah, I think so too. I have no idea where Ryan is at right now. I think he's active and he's training hard. He's putting on size and stuff. I don't know. He beat Chance that day, like what, 2-3 years ago. Can't sleep on Bowen.
That was the first super match I ever seen. I was right when I entered the sport. I believe it was like 3 years ago. And I remember watching in the garage. I seen you there. I remember Chance just wearing the pink cowboy hat and the pink flamingo shirt and all. And, he came out winning at the beginning. And then all of a sudden Ryan made a comeback, which it shocked me. I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow, that is pretty amazing. We know both athletes have leveled up a lot since then.
Definitely.
Another just couple of matches I want to talk about is the East versus West, and then I'll let you go. So I've had you on for a while now. And the first match I want to talk about is Irakli versus Ongarbayev. Who do you think gets the win that day?
So I spoke to Engin last week, and he asked me about the same match, and I told him I think Irakli is gonna win just because I think Irakli. I know Ongarbayev is a freaking superstar in arm wrestling, and he's phenomenal. And I just think Irakli is an amazing freaking athlete too. Like he's killing it lately. Like he is so hungry for it. Like I follow him on Instagram, and like the lift he's trains with Levon, and I just feel like they are producing champions over there. I think Irakli will win. I'm not sure exactly how, but I just have faith that Irakli trained a little bit harder than Ongarbayev for this.
Yeah, that Georgian team is official. They are like the goon squad over there. There's so much power in that camp. But you got to also remember Ongarbayev is in Kazakhstan. He is like the Engin Terzi of Kazakhstan. He's a teacher. He's got a huge school out there. And he's like a technical wizard on the table. So I'm not even sure how that one's going to go. I'm just excited that we get to see that.
Yeah, right? Yeah, me too.
The other match I want to talk about is Brandon Elsessor. He's got his hands full against David Samushia. And this guy, David, has just been unstoppable in his weight category. We know that Brandon's making a major cut that day. Do you think Brandon has what it takes to surprise the world and beat David that day?
I don't. And here's why. I've only met Brandon once, and he came to Florida like a year ago, and I mean, everybody can have a bad day, but he lost the tournament that day. He lost against some people that he shouldn't have lost to. So that's the only reason I'm going to say that the other guy's going to win. So I haven't seen the steady climb from Brandon as I have, from the others. So that's my only reason why I'm saying this.
Okay. Now we got another match is Doug Elrich, and he's going against Daniel Prokopiuk. What is your thoughts on that?
That's a guy from
Moldova.
Moldova. Yeah. I think he's. It's so hard because I don't know Doug and his style. I don't know him personally. I haven't followed him, so it's hard to say. But I've known the Moldovan guy for since I arm wrestled, 13 years ago. We went to the World Championships together. I've just seen him never stopping. For 17 years he has been going at it and with amazing results. So based off of that, I'm gonna say that he's gonna beat Doug.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Doug. I know he's been making waves of recent. I definitely want to get him on interview. He seems like a really cool guy. But just like you said, I got to meet Daniel at East vs. West 4 in person, and I couldn't believe he's a pretty small guy, and what a monster though on the table. And after that day, I started following his training, and I mean, the guy is just a genius when it comes to training. Everything, he lives the arm wrestling lifestyle. He seems to be another one that's kind of like the Engin Terzi of Moldova. He's like the head coach over there, and I watch him beating these big super heavyweights and making it look easy. And he's always got a little smirk on his face, and it's just great to watch. I'm definitely a big fan of him. But like I said, I like Doug also. Doug seems like a very cool guy, and I'm wishing him the best that day. The last match I want to ask about is Paul Lynn versus Sasho.
Yeah, we talked about it last week too, me and Engin. I think it's going to be a war. I really want Paul Lynn to win, and he deserves it. He trains so hard. He has so much heart and passion. Sasha is so strong inside. Maybe based off experience, Sasha will beat Paul, but I think Paul can shock us and maybe get a couple wins in. That would be amazing. What he did to Rostam was incredible. I even wrote I don't know Paul Lynn very well, but I even wrote a message to him and I said, "Damn, dude, that was phenomenal. You're an amazing athlete, and I have so much respect for you. Good job." So that was cool.
Well, when I expect a war, we get to see really where Paul Lynn lies on the totem pole. And just like you said, he's been just killing it as of recent and really making a lot of waves. So I'll be rooting for him that day. I had him on my my arm wrestling buzz show yesterday, and he was giving us a few of his pointers and the way he was training with RVJ, Brandon Elsesser. He was just with Jerry Catterett. So I mean, he's traveling around putting in the work. So should make for a great match. Well, Sarah, I want to thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you giving me your time, and I'm really looking forward to get some training with you the next couple of months. And I wish you the best on everything with your mental health, and I hope to encourage you that you can get yourself more out there and come the #1 ambassador for the female arm wrestling.
Awesome. Thank you so much for everything, Paul. It's awesome to be on your show.
Thank you, Sarah. I will talk to you soon.
All right. Take care. Bye.